Sister Wives, Season 19, Episode 2. The one where Mary Brown does her best jojosiwa impersonation.
Cody's sitting here complaining about Janelle, saying that there was no communication, nothing was clear. Dude, you did the same exact thing to me. Exactly. Karma's a bitch. Karma's a bitch. I should've known better. If I wish I would've never left around. When I saw the pics of you and her,
Karma's a bitch. So Sister Wives Season 19 Episode 2 starts out with them talking about the fact that Isabel had moved to Salt Lake City. She wasn't going to live with Christine, but she is moving to Salt Lake City. And the fact that Janelle's and daughter Maddie came up with Janelle to help move her to Salt Lake City. And that Janelle and Maddie were going to go look at property in Montana because Janelle is thinking about moving with her daughter Maddie and her husband Caleb and their children Evie and Axel. And Maddie's pregnant again with another child, so.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
Yeah, so they like lots of babies in that.
I could see that.
Yeah,
yes.
in that family.
They're very excited that two of them are pregnant together.
Yes, they're pregnant together. So Christine is a little too eager for Janelle to leave Cody and move near her.
I thought Janelle should have punched her.
It gets worse later on down in the episode, but yeah, and Christine is chomping at the bit to get Janelle over there with her. And Janelle says, it's over, and she doesn't need a divorce.
Well, they're not married.
Exactly. But, Christine said she was divorced, and she called herself divorced and everything. But Janelle's like, we're just done, and we don't need any pomp and circumstance around it.
Right, exactly.
So.
And it's no big deal nowadays. She said everybody's...
Right, nobody gets married anymore. She said basically, she was like really chill about it. Yeah. So then we finally find out about what's going on with Coyote Pass. Well, do we really? Not really. So, okay, the lots were crazy, right?
I don't understand the lots. They make no sense. Why does Janelle have two and they throw Mary in there, but Mary...
So Cody's on all the lots.
Well, of course he is.
So the one lot...
But it's not a patriarch.
It's not a patriarchy.
No. But yeah, he's on all the lots.
Right, and that's another thing, too, because then he talks about everybody having their estate, and Janelle goes into that, but we'll talk about that later. So now, the one lot is Janelle and Cody. The one lot is Mary and Cody. The one lot is Robin and Cody, right?
But there's the one lot that's Cody, Janelle, and Mary.
And Mary. And then Christine
put
sold
that little
hers.
trailer on there, and they're all going to live together like they did when they began.
And Christine sold hers, so now Robin and Cody own Christine's. Not just Cody, but Robin and Cody. Yeah, so that was very interesting to see how they did it that way. I don't get it.
I don't either.
And I never will.
No.
So... Janelle's very concerned about these lots and saying that Cody will not answer her. Like, he's not talking to her. I think they communicate via text only.
Right.
And he says he doesn't want to tell her what's going on with the Coyote Pass lot because he doesn't trust her. Dude, her name's on it.
Her name's on it, and she put up a big portion of the money, right?
Janelle basically has been the major breadwinner of the family.
And she's getting screwed.
Right, and she's getting screwed. Yeah, so I found that really interesting. But that's the games narcissists play. Because now he knows that he's going to lose the money from Janelle. He's going to lose the money from Mary. And it still seems like they're a little in denial about Janelle leaving them, but Janelle's over.
I think the only one in denial, if it's true denial, is Robin.
Yeah. Yeah, Cody doesn't...
he knows.
He's a little iffy. Yeah.
I don't think he gives a crap.
And he says he doesn't trust her, and then Janelle's like, well, he leaks like a sieve, so why does he not trust me?
Right,
like, exactly. He tells all the stuff he's told me over the years about everybody else. Yeah, and Cody was in the earlier seasons, very forthcoming with everything.
And that's the way it's supposed to work, right? You're like,
right.
We have our little thing, and that's here. then I have my little thing
Right,
over here, and that's
exactly,
there,
right.
and stay separate.
Right, yeah. But Cody can't shut his mouth. I'm sure he loved to bitch to all of them.
And that's
about
probably
the
what he did.
others.
He was probably bitching
Oh,
about
I'm
them.
sure
yeah.
he triangulated the hell out of them, And it's pretty funny that no one wants to be on the property but Robin. She wanted that porch. She wanted to sit.
Well, she can sit on the porch all by herself.
Yes, she can. Not with her sister wives it by herself.
Yeah.
So Cody does say he thinks Janelle will build on the land. And Maddie and Janelle talk about buying him out. So they talk about buying him out of the land. Maddie's like, what did you say? I need about 4 acres or something.
Yeah.
And then they talked about that. And Janelle really, this was interesting because Janelle expressed concern about Mary and how Cody had been treating her and her getting screwed out of money and stuff. And that they're the OG too that hated each other, right?
Right.
So yeah, there was a lot of animosity. But what I'm getting out of this is that Mary was very fair as the legal wife with the money. You know what I mean?
Right.
And Janelle recognized that. And she supports Mary, I think, because I think it seems like Mary was fair with the money. Because even Janelle said, like when he had married Robin, Janelle said, now I'm worried, basically, because I knew Mary would be fair, but,
Robin, not so much.
Robin, not so much, right? So Janelle says money changed when Robin came along, and Robin lies and says their house is everyone's property. Cody says it's just his.
It was supposed to be the family's asset.
The family asset.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, when the show was going on, it was never. When they were buying that property back, well, it probably happened 10 years ago, but it was 2 seasons ago, there was no mention of us getting the assets, so. And Robin can't calculate what they owe Janelle.
Well, Robin did admit that she was horrible with finances.
But
and
then
after her divorce, she was like the queen of the finances.
And she figured it out, and everybody else was screwing up.
But apparently not.
Let me tell you, if Robin, denial is not only a river in Egypt, girl. You are Delulu. Totally Delulu. Yes. Janelle talks about all the things Cody and Robin had and how nice everything is. And this is interesting because this has been a big thing on social media. So Cody doesn't believe in banks. So he buys this art.
It's probably all fake art.
He
it's
believes
probably
in art.
nothing.
It's probably from what I hear from listening to social media, Without a Crystal Ball does a lot of this, and I listen to a lot of her content to get like the inside track, and it's worth a lot of money.
Oh yeah, so it's actually
and they have a lot of knickknacks, and then she has a giant amethyst, kind of like your Wayfair giant amethyst, but it's real. So that was really interesting. And Christine says, Cody and Robin share everything. And Robin says she pays for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, okay, what are you paying for it with, Robin? I mean, I know you work on the show, but you all have to divide that up.
Doesn't she have like a little store or something that hasn't been used in like 4 years?
Yeah, but that's not generating it. My sister writes funds, that's not generating it. No. And Janelle says she realized that her kids were getting peanuts. Well, yeah, because your kids grow up and they're adults. They can see what's in your house. They can see what's in the other person's house. They can see you struggle and work your ass off while Robin sits on her ass. Your kids aren't, and these kids are, military. I think one's an engineer. These aren't stupid kids, so they see what's going on. Well, even if they were, the fry guy at McDonald's, they could still see what they have versus her. So that was a stupid comment on my part. But anyway. And then they also say that Cody doesn't see Maddie's kids. And Maddie and Janelle go to look at property in Montana, and they have a discussion, a very frank and open discussion about Cody.
Maddie is mama bear to an extreme. She has felt like until he can be consistent and show up and not be dramatic, that she feels like it's probably better if they don't know about him. And Maddie and Caleb don't really have much relationship with him because he doesn't call them.
I do think it's smart for you to move away from Flagstaff.
To be honest with you, I didn't really cut off communications with Madison. She cut them off with me. every time I talked to her, it was a fish for gossip. And I got tired of it.
Then we don't have the infamous porch quote, "We don't have knife in the kidneys," but once again, Robin calls herself an idiot. So first she was the idiot who got left behind, and now she's the idiot who doesn't get it.
Got out and ran and ran and ran.
If Janelle were to move, it would devastate me. I don't know how to let this all go, and I have not let go of Janelle. They could still work it out, and we could still be a family. That's how I see this. And I feel like I'm kind of the idiot that just won't get it, but I don't know how to let it go.
Well, at least that's one thing she understands,
She
right?
is, yeah, she's a little bit self-aware.
She knows she doesn't get it because
Because she's an idiot.
Oh my God, I sound like the idiot. This whole show was about her contradicting what everybody else said and having no clue, like pretty much, right?
That's why I almost think she has to be playing for the camera. She can't be that stupid.
No, I think Cody's the stupid one and Robin's the manipulative one. Because I think Cody is just going by his emotions.
What is her end game? What is she trying to accomplish?
Money for herself and her kids.
And she needs the other women for the money.
For the money, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah, she needs right. Yeah, she
Because
doesn't.
she can't generate it on her own, so she needs Mary and
Right,
Janelle.
exactly. Yeah, and then she goes on about how great she is with money later on in the episode, and she left that her ex-husband with like tons of debt. She lived in a trailer. She was broke, So
But she learned.
Yeah, well, if you were so great, you learned when you were getting TLC money.
Yeah,
I could learn if I was getting TLC money too, And then Cody once again blames everyone but himself for his relationship with his kids.
Did you notice that he sort of contradicts himself?
Totally.
Because he's like, I'm not the one that shut it off. They're the ones that shut it off.
Right.
But then he's like, every time they call, they're just fishing for information, and I was done with it.
Right, yeah.
So which was it, dude?
Exactly. Yeah, well, that's him having to shift the blame onto them. Because he's not the one contacting them, so. And Christine calls him out and says it's absolute bullshit. They're adults, he's an adult. Pick up the phone. Right. You know what I mean? You've got all these grandchildren and you're always going on and on about how you love your grandchildren and you love kids of a tender age, blah, blah, blah. When these kids get to high school, when these kids become adults, he wants nothing to do with them. You think it's your kids.
I can almost guarantee you these kids are not asking him for information. Mm-mm. They probably have all the information anyway. They don't need to get it from this idiot.
Right.
They're getting it from everywhere else.
Yep.
I can't even imagine how that conversation would go.
And they're all on social media bad-mouthing him. He knows it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but you got to blame shift. That's what narcissists do. Then Christine goes on to say she loves her life and is dating, but just a few people casual. Really? Yeah, can you believe Christine's dating?
She's dating.
I know, it's shocking that she's dating, and she actually meets somebody and gets married, which happened 5 years ago, but now 2 years, 5 years later, she's just dating casually. Yeah. Peyton and Hunter visit. Hunter is like the favorite of the family, the favorite of the fans. He's just like awesome. Like you'd have to watch the old episodes to see how awesome he is. Peyton is a whole other. Peyton is no Hunter. Peyton is definitely outspoken. He runs his mouth. He's all over social media running his mouth. And now we find out that he is a bouncer at the strip club.
Well, what he said when he walked into the bar, he didn't know it was a strip club. And then he sat down at the bar, and it was the owner, and then they got talking, and then you knew it was a strip club when he walked in.
I'm sorry, yeah. You're not walking into a bar called, Tits on Parade or something, And those gentlemen's clubs, they're not called like, Smitty's Place.
No.
They have different.
The weirdest thing, though, what I took out of that was he sounds exactly like Cody. It freaked me out. If you close your eyes and
just listening, yeah. See, I've been watching him on social media. So. Yeah. Well, and he looks a lot like Cody. Actually, in my opinion, their daughter Gwendolyn is a dead ringer for Cody. Y'all have to. Yeah, she's a dead ringer for Cody. And Janelle then says she's going to lawyer up over Coyote Pass because, Cody won't communicate. So she wants to figure this out.
Right.
Because I think she just wants to get this done and get the hell on with her life.
And she said it, and she made it clear how complicated it is. It's not like she can just go to a lawyer and say, I just want to get a divorce and get my shit.
Yeah, right.
It's way more complicated than that, and I'm sure it's complicated by design.
And
he probably complicated it.
I'm sure. There's probably so much financial infidelity and so many spider webs that he...
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
And the sad thing is, she wants the land. She wants to be the homesteader. Cody wants to live in the city.
Right.
You know, so... But he's going to hold that over their heads.
Absolutely.
And Christine thinks a lawyer is ridiculous but wise. Because she basically says, Cody should work this out. This is stupid. Their names are on it. I mean, eventually you're going to get your money. He could play all the games he wants. He could hire all the lawyers he wants. Eventually she's going to get what's rightfully hers. In my opinion. I mean, her name's on it, And she has a real estate license. Cody doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. Because like she said, if you got a divorce, you go through the divorce and then you split the assets. But they're not married. So how do you split...
Well, legally, but if your name's on it, it's yours, right? I mean...
So can you just sell your portion, I guess? I don't know how that works.
Luckily for Janelle, she knows real estate law, so that will probably help her.
And Cody's an idiot, so that'll help him.
This is true. And probably doesn't trust lawyers.
Right.
So, he'll figure it out himself. Christine pushes Janelle to tell Cody, Cody that she's moving on, and Janelle's okay with it. But she's pissed. Christine is telling her how to break up. Like, you did it your way. You did your divorce. I supported you. Why are you trying to tell me what to do now? And Christine and Janelle, I think, get along so well. They're very opposite personalities. Like, Janelle is very chill, centered, grounded, and Christine is like more like, in your face and...
Yeah, I this episode, I sort of like, and, I haven't watched any of this stuff, but... She seems like she's just trying to create drama.
Right.
And trying to create divisions and just stir things up. That seems to be what she's trying to do.
The funny thing was, if she was truly over Cody, you know what, though? She might be over Cody, but she might not be over what Cody's doing to Mary and Janelle. Right. So you could see where she's coming from there. You know what I mean? Right. If that was my good friend and I saw that, my ex-husband or whatever the hell he is treating her like crap, I think I would be. So I might be a little bit pushy too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or maybe she thinks that, if Cody doesn't think it's a done deal, Janelle will go back. But still, she was a bit pushy.
Yes, very.
She was totally pushy with Janelle. And in fact, Janelle said when Christine first moved in, Janelle thought she was a princess and didn't like her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's funny. Because Christine kind of does come off like a little bit of a princess. Yeah. But her grandfather's the prophet. So she was a huge deal in that religion. And Cody says he and Janelle just faded away. And then we hear Mary do her jojosiwa impersonation, which we had that lovely clip before, and Mary says it. Karma's a bitch. He did the same exact thing with Janelle that he's doing with me. So. And then Janelle goes on to say that she is still into the faith, but she's not going to get a release. And then Cody doesn't want to disparage it, but he says the faith is BS.
He doesn't want to disparage it, but it's bullshit.
It's bullshit, right. And this is really interesting because when Christine wanted to leave, Robin said that she had to go to the church and get a release. And she would not be released from Cody until she was to lay down with another man. And Cody's going, yeah, to Robin saying that. Because he didn't want Christine to leave, but he wants Mary to go.
Right.
So, which I found really interesting.
Yeah.
Then we're going to push that,
Yeah.
But, he wants nothing to do with the church. He doesn't want the church involved. But Christine needed to go to the church to get a release. And he doesn't want Mary to really go get a release, but he's going to stay out of it, so. And then that's what happens next. So Mary's getting released from her church, and she says she doesn't want to be tied to Cody eternally. Ugh. Who the hell would want to be tied to him at all? Like, a day would be too much for me.
Right.
So I would go and get that release no matter what I believed, because I wouldn't be taking that chance, would you? And then Cody said he doesn't want to fight about it. He just wants Mary to go away.
When each of us 4 ladies married Cody, it was through our church. Obviously, we can't all be legally married, but it was what we called a covenant. So I feel like it's best to terminate that because we're not moving forward with any marriage. And I don't want to be like sealed to him for eternity if he doesn't want me. And, I'm at a place that like, let's just separate this completely.
The damage was done so badly that we're not going to reconcile no matter what. And so however we are made accountable to God, I don't want to be accountable to this church and all their BS. So I'm going to let Mary go and do her thing. Because if I'm angry at her, it becomes a fight. I needed her just to go away because it just took forever for her to finally realize. It's been done and over for years.
Okay, so then Cody starts to tell us a little bit more about why, other than the catfishing incident, he was over Mary. And he said Mary had baggage he couldn't live with. She was always angry.
Yeah, I wonder why.
And then he goes on to say, basically, how getting more wives solved the problems that he had with Mary. Because he said Janelle came along, so that distracted him from Mary. And then Christine came along, and that distracted Janelle from him, or I don't know. It was just basically like, yeah, I couldn't stand these women, and I felt like, I had to live this so that I could become a god in the celestial kingdom. So, I just kept getting them so they would distract each other and hate each other, and then I could just, not have to worry about my problems that I had with them.
It's a plan.
And it's funny because when I first started watching the show, I thought, like I said, it was the greatest thing. I thought it would be so awesome to have help cleaning the house, help taking care of the kids. Yeah, I probably was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cody goes on to say that he will never leave a wife. He tried to work it out with Mary, but she wasn't fun or kind. And then Mary feels abandoned, but the women kicked Cody out. So it's basically on them.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have to leave because they believe in him.
Right, because they're right.
Yeah. So it's not
Well,
his
the thing
fault.
is, he doesn't want them to leave because he wants to be a god in the kingdom if he still believes in the religion, and he still wants their
But
money.
I don't think he does. He just wants their money.
Right, he wants their money.
I don't know if
yeah.
he ever believed in the religion. I think it may all along been about the money.
Well, and he also said polygamy is all about ego, baby. And if anybody's all about their ego, baby, it's Cody Brown.
Yes.
And then Robin says that she is loyal to everyone. And I can't even say that with a straight face. So Janelle's going to Logan's for Thanksgiving next with all her kids, but Maddie's not going. And Janelle doesn't want to stay divorced. She's good with just saying they're not together.
They're not
anymore.
together.
Yeah.
Right.
And Cody says Janelle sweeps everything under the rug. Well, this really annoyed me because you know what? Janelle tried to talk to him. And all he did was gaslight her, swear at her, say he wouldn't talk to her, blame her. So, no, Cody, you're the one sweeping things under the rug. And then he name calls her, too. He calls her the Teflon Queen, saying that, everything just bounces off her. And it's weird because she's the only one I've ever heard him call names.
Oh, really?
He's never called Mary any names. Well, he said she was unkind or whatever. But he really gave it to her in that fight they had. That was the biggest knockdown, drag out. Like she got nasty though too. Like she cursed him out and stuff. No, I don't either. But I'm just saying, like that was the biggest fight of all. See, I think the problem with that, I mean, this is just me speculating, is she was the moneymaker. Janelle was the moneymaker, and they were very good friends, and they had a very amicable relationship. And I think he thought he can continue to keep her on kind of platonically and get her money, but then everything went down with the kids.
Right.
Because really the issue with him and Mary was he hated Mary, but the issue with Janelle was more about the kids. And the issue with Christine wasn't about the kids because he still likes most of Christine's kids.
Didn't that all start with the pandemic though?
It all started with the pandemic, yeah.
That, right?
Yeah, all that started with the pandemic, yep. And they talk about this incident where they're all going to see each other, which I'm not sure what that was for. They don't say what it is.
Going to be at the same place, and it's going to be very awkward.
Awkward, yeah.
Awkward will be the word of the day.
But they don't say what it is, not even in the preview either. So then they go back to the whole text thread thing.
Yeah.
Where, where Robin tried to insert herself into the kids' gift exchange. Let the kids have their damn gift exchange, Robin. I mean, you're the one always crying out, they don't accept us, we've been kicked off the Brown family island, blah, 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 blah. Well, yeah, because keep your nose out of the kids' business. They're all mostly freaking adults.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the youngest one, truly, and now, and Cody's son is like, he's like a freshman in high school. Like, you swear he's still in elementary.
Right.
It's so weird. And then Robin said, that she just wanted to take a break from everything. She didn't want, the kids not to get along. And it just got yucky. What are you, 2? I mean, I teach high school. I'm in the, we have the middle school attached. Those kids use more sophisticated language. Even if it's a curse word, Robin, it sounds better than yucky.
Right.
I was like, this woman. And she always says stupid. Everything's stupid or yucky. Like, get a vocabulary, but that's that good old homeschool education. No offense to people who do homeschool right. And then Aurora and Brianna say the family wants nothing to do with them, and parents could have connected them more. So basically, your own kids are calling you out.
Mm-hmm.
And then Christine goes on to say that that's complete bullshit because she had an open door policy. Christine wanted to take care of Robin's kids. That was her jam.
Right.
She loves her kids. She loves Janelle's kids. I don't know what her relationship is with Mary's son, Leon, but I think it's okay because Leon went to weddings and stuff, you know what I mean? But Janelle's kids look at her like they're like another mother.
Well, she's the one that took care of all the kids.
She's the one that took care of all the kids, right? But
That
see,
was her responsibility.
Robin had a nanny. So right then and there, you're distancing yourself.
Robin had a nanny.
Robin had a nanny, yeah, and
So
that's where
pay for that.
that's where the bone exactly. That's where the bone of that's a big bone of the contention, I think.
Was the nanny an asset to the family too?
Cody says some people won't include him and Robin's family in their club. Yeah.
It's like the Little Rascals, the He-Man Woman Haters Club.
Exactly.
It's the He-Man Cody Brown Haters Club.
I mean, really, really. And Janelle enjoys her own life, and it's easy without Cody. Funny how everybody loves life without Cody. And the one who's left with Cody is the miserable one.
Yeah,
Isn't that funny?
It's strange how that works.
And Robin said it was good either way. She's good either way. Janelle would do plural marriage again. And then Janelle says she'd do plural marriage again, and Christine looks like she smelled shit. Right? Yeah, you can't. And Christine was just like, it was quite funny. She didn't look like she was quite ready to throw up, but she was like, it looked like she smelled shit. And then Christine says she now understands. So now Christine's okay. It's okay that she understands Janelle's ties to Cody, which are her faith and the land. Well, that was good. That was good. You finally accepted it, Christine. So, I mean, maybe she just was pumping Janelle because she does care. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen her enough, but just this episode, she just was annoying.
She was annoying.
Yeah.
And then they do a preview, which isn't much of a preview, and Cody talks about the Civil War again. And we don't know where they're all going to see each other. Maybe it's a graduation or something. Awkward. It's going to be awkward. Yes, it's definitely going to be awkward. So what'd you think of this?
It was interesting that most of the episode was about Janelle.
Yeah. And they don't really focus on her much.
The first one, I mean, she was barely in it.
Right.
And then this one, it was almost all about her. And then with the money and the division of the property and everything else.
Yeah, Robin and Cody were kind of the filler.
Yeah.
And then Mary said Karma's a bitch, so what else do you need from Mary?
They could have just stopped at the episode.
They could have just stopped there, played the JoJosiwa video, and just got on with it, right? Yeah, I think it was nice that they finally showcased Janelle. And I don't know what the producers are doing with Robin. It seems like, and Cody, it seems like every time Janelle, Mary, or Christine say something, we tend to believe them. and then they throw in the Robin and Cody clip.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like the producers are effing with them, right?
Well, of course
Like,
they
we're
are.
going to expose
That's
you people
exactly
as the
what they're
liars that
doing.
you are.
Yeah.
You know?
That's exactly what they're doing.
Are they doing it for the show, or are they doing it because, I mean, they
They're doing it
know
for
what's
the show.
going on in these people's lives,
They're doing
too,
it for the
right?
show. They know what's going to get the ratings. Robin and Cody looking stupid. That'll get the ratings.
And just getting caught in lies and being
Yeah.
manipulative, right?
Yep.
So next week, I guess there'll be the Civil War. Maybe next week we should have some wine. Don't we have the Civil War wine from the place in
Down
the place in
from
Virginia?
Bull Run down Virginia. We could break out some Civil War wine.
Some Civil War wine from Bull Run, Virginia.
Absolutely.
So one thing we've been wondering is, do you like the clips or do you not like the clips? If you just want the commentary without the clips, leave a comment below. Like, subscribe. We get the views, but we just don't get the subscribers. Please, y'all are stingy. I'm begging, like, really. Please get us to 1,000 so we can make our 1,000 subscriber video. And stick with us for more true crime content. We're going to go back to our roots.
Yes, we are.
Soon. And let us know if you like Sister Wives, if you don't like Sister Wives, what you want to see. And it's the countdown to the Delphi trial.
Yes,
We're getting ready for that.
We
I'm
are
very
definitely
excited.
getting ready
I
for that.
can't wait.
Made the reservations today.
So if you love the Delphi content, stay with us for that because we'll be in Delphi in November.
Yep.
We are True Crime and Wine Couple. This is our cider. This is pumpkin spice cider because, yes, as you can see, I am a basic white biatch and I love me some pumpkin spice. So we're having some pumpkin spice cider from our favorite place, Hardball.
Yep.
Our favorite basic white biatch Hardball place. It's awesome. Love me some pumpkin spice. Leave a comment down below if you love pumpkin spice too. And we'll catch you on the flip side.